Truth lies in propaganda. I'm not the biggest fan of the royal family, but they've never done anything to me. And I guess due to them, a lot of tourists come to visit the UK. Some members of the royal family have got good-looking wives. For example, this one here. Some of them have got nice hats. Some of them have got nice suits, nice uniforms, nice crowns, not to mention nice legs, and smiley husbands. And doing these two videos, there's two to this part, there's two parts, this one and another one. They're being done because one person, in my honest opinion, is not getting a fair deal. And I'm obviously talking about this chap here, Prince Andrew. Truth lies in propaganda, and in this case, truth really lies in propaganda. This is Prince Andrew. When I did a search on Google and I wrote as a search term Prince Andrew not guilty, this is what I got. Somebody has been very busy at Google in putting up the most horrible, the worst negative images they could get together. Basically, somebody fixed the algorithm. That's what Google does. This is public. This isn't something that I'm inventing. There are people at Google who fix the algorithms and they think, oh, Prince Andrew guilty, not guilty. They ignore the word not, and they don't want nice images appearing. They take it as a negative term, put it in their algorithm. Somebody fixes it manually. And hey Google, write me an email if you think it's otherwise and show me, explain to me, why do I have all these not really pleasant looking images of Prince Andrew when I wrote Prince Andrew not guilty? But this is just the tip of the iceberg. Google thinks that I'm looking for news and I probably feel that he should be found guilty. Okay, fine. No, it's not fine. For me to find this image, because I didn't want to do this report on Prince Andrew being biased, I wanted to find a neutral image. I had to go onto Google and write Prince Andrew smiling. So at least I got some neutral and some real photos that everybody has on Google. If somebody Googles Donald Trump, well, I'm not going to go there now. God knows what I'll find. But these are the sort of images you would like to find, or you'd think that could be there without having to write the word smiling. This is ridiculous. But okay, fine. No, this is not fine. Now, if I just limit myself to write Prince Andrew on the first page of Google, not images or news, but all, and this is what comes up first. Watching Prince Andrew on Netflix's The Crown is deeply uncomfortable. Oh yeah. News.com.au. So that, I presume that's not Austria. That must be Australia. Could it be Auckland? No, it's Australia. Let's click on it, see what happens here. And from this moment onward, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to comment the actual usage of words, which I presume any judge in any court, I'm not a lawyer, but any judge in any court would evaluate and either throw out or take into account if they were being used by someone who's testifying or being a witness in something concerning a crime. In this case, someone hasn't yet been accused of doing a crime. He hasn't been judged, he hasn't been heard. Oh yeah, he's already been sent to the gallows by the press and by anybody who feels this is free game. So let's read this. Watching Prince Andrew on The Crown is deeply uncomfortable. Well, I feel deeply uncomfortable reading this, but I give you your right to write this, but deeply uncomfortable for who? Oh yeah, Marisa Delato from the New York Post. So this article is just being lent out to news.com Australia because they're too stupid to write their own opinion and have to copy or borrow some articles from the New York Post. Okay, let's carry on then. Here we go. Royal family, your crazy antics. Well, some people don't consider their antics to be crazy. You do. That's your perfect right to keep this opinion. But do not please generalize, even if you have been convinced to watch The Crown because of their crazy antics, not because of Prince Andrew. But since you're watching it because of the antics of the royal crown, now it's been spoilt for you because of Prince Andrew. Oh, you poor dear. The drama I genuinely care about. Hello, Charles and Camilla. Yeah, they're going to send you an autographed postcard. A year of overflowing gossip, Prince Philip's car crash, blah, blah, blah. Everyone unfairly hating Meghan Markle? Oh, really? So this is your opinion? You think everybody unfairly hates Meghan Markle? How about your fair hate in hating Prince Andrew? So you're binging on this. Fine. Okay. And binge I did. Well, I hope you choked on it. In a matter of days, I happily learned about scandals from Queen Elizabeth's early days. Why were you happy? Okay, fine. Everybody's got their own perversions. But it's the most recent royal ruckus that's tainting the show for me. Oh, you poor dear. One of the showrunners never intended. Prince Andrew's connection to dead paedophile Jeffrey Epstein. So, let's do some word and grammar analysis. Okay, Judge, if you're listening, if you're going to be having Prince Andrew standing in front of you, please be a good judge, because Virginia Giuffre claims, okay, that wouldn't work in court, to have been sex trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein and his alleged partner in crime. So claims alleged, no go in court. You can't win on that. Ghislaine, is there anybody's got a normal name here? Ghislaine Maxwell says she was forced, okay, that's testimony, to have sex with Prince Andrew 3 times starting when she was 17. Last week, a second accuser came forward claiming, oh God, if anybody's ever studied the English language, there's about 7 cases of the conditional. Most people think there's just 2. Try and explain even 1. Claiming, stating, thinking, believing, have no consensual sex with Queen Elizabeth's son. Andrew 59 and Epstein were longtime pals, something which the prince doesn't deny. Why should he? Listen, you bint. Do you know how many people I met 20 years ago, and after 20 years they became bad people, but 20 years ago I got along well with them? Am I responsible for people I met 20 years ago and what they turned out to be 20 years later? No, I'm not. That's the way the cookie crumbles. In a nail in the coffin. Okay, so this means that Prince Andrew is basically dead and buried, and there's a nail in the coffin. Who's putting this nail in the coffin? You or your view of the interview on the BBC? Again, Andrew claimed. No, he didn't. He stated. You're saying he claimed, but he stated. He didn't claim, he stated that. That is what his memory recollection is. But the evidence against Andrew is damning. Okay? Good luck in the courtroom. Up till now, there is no evidence. Of course, because of public pressure, the media, the mainstream media, and idiots like you bint, the prince has stepped down or perhaps was fired. Here we go again, perhaps. No, that won't go. Oh, Your Honor, perhaps I did shoot that woman, but I don't really remember. Perhaps she shot herself. No chance in court. From his public royal duties and was stripped of his military titles. One photo shows him with Ghislaine Maxwell. Okay, so he's on millions of photos. Another shows Epstein, Maxwell, and accused serial rapist Harvey Weinstein at a party hosted by Andrew. Listen, sunshine, the Queen of England has been at dinners with worldwide murderers, with worldwide politicians, where she goes to other countries, and in that room there are people who've done serious stuff, but because it's political, she goes to places where she is in rooms where she can't avoid to be with bad people. So you're saying, hang on, what's your name again? Marisa Delato. Marisa of Milk, presumably Italian. So you're saying, my dear, that if you stand on Times Square and there's rapists and murderers and nice people and bad people around you, you take responsibility for everyone? No, you're just standing there, and if somebody takes a photograph and the FBI does a face recognition and they say, oh, she's standing on Times Square and there's that guy who just killed someone, there's that guy who's a known rapist, there's that guy who's a thief, is somebody going to start pointing a finger at you? Hopefully not, my dear. Where was I? God. As headlines kept crashing on the prince's reputation, I was watching Claire Foy portray the Queen giving birth to her 3rd child on season 2. You've really not got no worries, have you? Or were you trembling? Did that spoil the... Jesus Christ. We've decided to call him Andrew after Philip's father, she says. I snap out of hypnosis from the show's old-timey glamour. The bankrupt philanderer, retorts Princess Margaret. She wasn't far off about her nephew's fate. Oh, fucking hell. Are you confused? You're confusing the fiction that's blown up in your own mind, then watching a show where there are actors portraying Princess Margaret and they say a sentence which you bring back to your stupid biased life and stick it on to a real person. I mean, dear oh dear. For a show about a family caked in chaos, its writers know a thing or two about hindsight. Of course, yes, they all knew that this was going to happen 5 years ago, how long this fucking stupid show has been going on. When watching, the cameras and the audience are in on a little secret. Unlike the characters, we know how each storyline is going to end and how it will be remembered some 50 years later. Yes, but these episodes were not shot within the last 2 or 3 months, so there can be no innuendo in the actual episodes of stuff that you already knew. You are hallucinating, my dear. Like the 3rd season when a 20-something Prince Charles whines about his turned girlfriend Camilla Shand. I don't want to lose her ever. She's the one, he says. As a viewer, it's stupidly satisfying to watch the ultimate intentional know-it moment. Just you wait. So let me ask you a question. If you've watched The Godfather 3 times, the 4th time you watch it, you know more or less what's going to happen, and that's a satisfying know-it moment for you, is it? Well, just you wait. God. The show works best when it's teasing these scandals. Yeah, of course, that's what you do all day, scandal writing. Its flaw is that reality moves faster than production. Well, I just said it 3 minutes ago. Season 3 premiered in November, just as news stories about Andrew's Epstein connection were ramping up. Producers couldn't have anticipated this fire. Well, they didn't anticipate it. Shit happens. While the Crown's child, Andrew doesn't have as much of a role as his older siblings, Charles and Andrew, he's not forgotten. Viewers see him giddily walking to church. He bounces on balls and is carried by Prince Philip, playing in awe as the first man steps on the moon. It's supposed to be a heartwarming family scene. It's not supposed to be, it is a heartwarming family scene. But all I can do is wince. Oh, poke your eye out with a kitchen knife. Stop wincing. Oh boy, TV Andrew, you have no idea what a monster you'll become. Jesus Christ. Does this woman get paid for writing this shit? Oh dear, oh dear. But remember, we're here to talk about Prince Andrew and not these fucking idiots. Don't go away. Truth lies in propaganda.